These are students who volunteer their own time during the school day as well as outside. We're just getting started, so I was just explaining some of the big things we have coming their way. And so we're pulled out of class here to have some time here to chat with you. So how about we start with you, just kind of introduce yourself, and then they've got some questions, and we'll just let it rock and roll here for about 20 minutes before our school day ends.
Yeah, no, that's perfect. And wow, hi, good afternoon, everybody. This is really a lot of fun for me. My name is Margo Day, and I work at Microsoft, and I lead our U.S. education work. So every day I think about students like each one of you, and every day I think about how can we bring the greatest technology possible into the way that you all are learning, so that you can learn in really new and innovative kind of ways. And so part of what we're doing with this, the Skypeathon, you're my second call, and I've traveled 2,000 miles to come and talk to you. And I just got off another call where I traveled 3,000 miles to talk to another group of students. This is actually how I work every day. I do a lot of these kinds of discussions with my own teams or other people. And so, what we think about is what I think about is how do I really bring like the coolest technology possible, into your classrooms and into your learning. But, today I'm happy to talk about whatever questions you have. I know that this group focuses on the student voice and finding your voice and what that means. And so I'm super excited to have this conversation with you and to talk about anything that you want to touch on.
All right, so who has a question for? Hop on up there and introduce yourself and fire away.
Hi, I'm Jade. My question is, how would your dream high school better prepare you for college or a career?
Yeah, that's a great question. My dream high school is one where students are working together on really interesting learning projects, and that each person, regardless of the kind of personality that they are, whether they are introverted and kind of quiet, or whether they're really overt and boisterous, that every person would be able to contribute to the learning environment, and make the learning like super exciting. So that's part of what's so interesting about using technology, is that some people actually prefer to write their thoughts as opposed to speak them. Some people really like to speak their thoughts and really don't like to write them. Some people like to go away and think about things and then come back and engage forward. And I think that we can use technologies like Skype and OneNote to be able to facilitate some of those things. My dream high school also is a high school where students are working together in groups where the students aren't in the same place, where you could be maybe working on a project with a student in Kenya and maybe a student in, Seattle, and maybe, yourselves and a student in another place, so that you really get the sense of what it takes to work together with a variety of different people your age, but who are coming from different experiences, different backgrounds, and bring really unique thoughts into the problems and the challenges that you're trying to solve. That's my dream high school. And that prepares you then for what life is really all about. And because nobody really works on anything alone anymore. The best things that we work on are when we bring our best and our own thoughts and our own work, but together with other people to really be able to solve these unique kind of opportunities that the world presents us.
Another question was, what do you think you need to be ready for college?
Yeah. So here's what I think is, first of all, I think that you need to have a real good sense of who you are and what are the things that you find really interesting and exciting. Because, I mean, you can go to college because it's the right thing to do. But I tell you what, if you don't go to college without really thinking, man, what are the things that when I think about, I want to learn more about, what are the things that make me excited? If you haven't thought about that first, you're going to find yourself in a set of studies that are boring to you and that you're just going to have to kind of grind through, or that you may not pay a whole lot of attention to. And the amazing thing about college is now you're an adult. And so now this is an opportunity for you to take and create the life that you want. And since you don't even know what that is, first of all, make sure that you understand yourself and what your passions are. Now, there's some practical stuff too that you need to get into college, around, and that's why you're in school. I think that every student going into college should have some kind of experience with writing some code, computer coding, because I'll tell you what, computers and how computers are used, that is our life today, and it's big time our future. I'll just give you a quick example from my own life. When I was 17 years old, so a little bit older than you guys, I had a friend of mine say, I think we should learn how to code a little bit, because I think this computer thing is really going to take off. And this was in 1977. I mean, for your world, ancient history ago. And so I learned actually how to code when I was 17 and 18 years old. And what that did for me, I never became a coder, and I never went down that path in my college career. But what it helped me do was to understand how to think a little bit more logically, and how to realize that I could create something out of nothing by using my brain. And that gave me a lot of confidence then when I went to college to begin to be able to try even new things as I was going through my college career. So that's what I think.
Margo, do you have a question for them before they ask you another question?
Well, I do, and it goes back to what I read, Aaron, about what this group of students is focusing on, which is finding your voice, finding the student voice. And so I'd love to understand, what does that mean to you, and how do you apply that in how you go to school?
Who wants to answer that?
That's a big, hard question. All right.
Hi, I'm Sammy.
Hi, Sam.
I think it means, for me, you have to, share your opinions respectfully. So don't just disagree with someone right away, because you could build ideas off of that. So just build on other people's ideas and, use your voice to make stuff better and change.
Wow, that's really cool. That is not only cool, that is really insightful. That's fantastic.
Anyone else?
Hi, I'm Charlotte.
Hi, Charlotte.
And I think it's an honor to be chosen for Student Voice, because we got chosen by our fellow teachers.
Wow.
And I think that's really cool that they chose us to be in this. Yeah.
Couldn't agree with you more, for sure. Here's the thing. Aaron, I watched the video that you put in the link that you sent me, and I do a lot of work in my personal life in Africa, and I do work with students in Kenya, and I do work with kids and students in Mozambique. And one of the things that really surprised me was that in Kenya and in Mozambique in Africa, a lot of times the culture there is kids should be seen, not heard. And so to begin to teach children how to find their voice and to be able to share what their rights are is a huge cultural change and a huge piece of helping to shape who they are. So first of all, I was super excited to hear about this group of students and who each of you are. But then I wanted to maybe give you a little bit of a flavor of what some of the student voice things are that kids in Kenya or Mozambique have to fight for. And in some cases, they have to fight for the right to be able to have food and eat dinner. They have to fight for the right to be able to actually go to school. And so the thing that I think is just so phenomenal is that when you find your voice, and you guys are finding your voices, and your teachers have seen in each of you something really quite special that other students will look to you as models for, you are going to be instilling confidence in other students just by who you are and how you act. And also, you actually have now a brotherhood and a sisterhood with many children around the world, whether it's in Mozambique or Kenya or India or Bangladesh or Pakistan or China or Armenia, where many kids that don't have the same kind of advantages that we have, though, are also finding their voices. And so I love the fact that you're part of this network. And I think there's also an opportunity probably to explore what you might want to do to encourage other kids that are doing similar things in other parts of the world.
Awesome. What do you guys have a question for? Want to go up there?
All right.
Hello, my name is Aiden.
Aiden.
And I was wanting to know if you think that websites will be coded the same way in 10, 20 years?
No.
No? Yeah. Yeah. So do you think it will be worth it to learn HTML
Yes.
around this age? Okay.
Yes, because, so the answer is yes, and here's why. Is because everything in the technology industry builds on what had been done in the past. Mm-hmm. And so right now, the standard is HTML5. And so what that understanding HTML5 and understanding how websites are coded today will then help you understand what's missing or what's crummy about the way that it's done today so that you can innovate on what is actually a better way to go. And so if you don't understand that today, it's really hard to actually begin to create the tomorrow.
Who else has a question?
Hi, I'm McKenna.
Hi, Kenna.
What is your thought process when you think of the new ways to improve technology?
My thought well, my thought process might be different than yours, because my very first right? And so what I want to do is to say, what do you think about this? And have you refine and tell me how you actually think what I've created could be made better. So that's the very first thing that I would do from a thought process point of view. But it starts back with what the question that Aiden had, which is, how do I first understand what exists today, and then what probably is a better way to do something? So I've got to have an idea first, and then I can take it and then bring it to students like you. And then I think, okay, now that I've gotten that feedback, who do I need to partner with? Who do I need to come in with my group of people who can work on this problem with me, that have skills that I don't have? So, and so that's the next part of my thought process is that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Another question for me is, what is the first thing when you were younger, did you ever think you would be where you are today?
That's a great question. Um, when I was younger, I didn't know what I was going to be. I really didn't. And but what I knew, and it's because my parents and my teachers saw something in me that I didn't see in myself. Or actually, I actually kind of hoped that somebody would see. I secretly actually hoped that somebody would see something in me. And so it was more the encouragement that I got from people that said, you can do anything that you want to do. And so the way that I actually have kind of lived my whole life is I've always thought, I don't know how high is too high. I don't know what I can't do. And so therefore I need to try. And if I don't try, then I'll never know whether I can do something or not. And so for me, my life has been this kind of series of people who are a little bit older than me encouraging me to try new things. For me to think, I really want to try new things because I actually don't know whether I'll be good at something or not. And so, so here I am now, a vice president at Microsoft, this great company and doing these amazing things. But I'll tell you, I would have never gotten here without the help of hundreds of people. And so I forget who said up front in the conversation. Actually, it's the student that's in the front row with the maroon. I've forgotten your name. I'm so sorry.
Sammy.
Tammy?
Sammy.
Sorry. It's what Sammy said. We want to bring confidence, and we want our voices to be heard. And so I love that each one of you are there because somebody has seen something in you. Your teacher nominated you for this, and you know that something's there. You can feel it. You know it. And so I just want to encourage you to keep thinking about, keep trying things. And if you don't succeed at it, great. Be excited about the fact that you tried. And just know that literally you can do anything. And you'll find, if you come at it with this positive attitude, you'll find people along the way that will be the right people at the right time to encourage you for what you need to do next.
I had one more question. What was the very first thing that ever got you thinking this would be so cool to be able to do this with computers or stuff like that?
Yeah. I was in third grade. And oh boy, look at that face. And in third grade, have you guys ever done the Volcano Experiment?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the Volcano Experiment is you combine a bunch of stuff like baking soda and other stuff, and it makes it makes this kind of like a bubble up explosion. But you put it in the shape of a volcano, and it's just this really kind of cool experiment. And so my teacher chose me in third grade to do the Volcano Experiment in front of all of the parents and all of the students at my school.
Wow.
And I was a quiet, shy little girl. And so when she had me do that, first of all, I thought the Volcano Experiment was so cool. And then when I was able to do that in front of the whole school, I thought, wow, not only am I pretty good at this kind of science-y technology kind of thing is kind of cool. And that's literally how I started to explore, because when I was in third grade, there weren't computers. We barely had calculators, actually. so anyway, that's how I got started, was with some kind of cool science experiment.
Wow. Thank you.
Hey, Margo, we've got just about 5 minutes before our bell rings and craziness goes, so we'll probably try to wrap up here. Yep. But I just wanted to thank you so much for your time. I think you shared some very insightful things that we're going to have to break down and discuss here a little bit more once we kind of close this call. So I just want to say thank you for crafting time out of your day. I know you've got a busy day and your schedule and everything else, and so we greatly appreciate you taking time to talk with us.
Well, let me actually give you the thanks right back, because for every single student that I see on the screen that's in this room, you've helped me have a great day. Thank you. Because I love seeing who you are, how you think about things, the fact that you're part of this group, you're excited about making a difference, you're finding confidence in yourself. I tell you what, I've just had the best day possible because I've had the chance to talk to you for 20 minutes. So thank you for making my day great. Bye.
Thank you, Margo. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Aaron.
Yep.
Appreciate it.
Have a good one.
Bye. Yeah, you too.